I'm Marie, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you're here today. Let's get started with this project. So I purchased this craft piece from the spring section at Hobby Lobby. I purchased it a few weeks ago. It's 18 by 24 on the inside. We're going to take some Minwax in Special Walnut and we're going to stain around the edges. So when you're using the oil-based stains, make sure you read the directions, make sure you follow all the instructions for use and disposing. So I'm just putting this around the edges. I'm not doing it in any particular pattern or any particular way the quote-unquote wood grain is going. I probably should do it that way, but I was in a little bit of a hurry. We had a nice weekend. It was a nice day. I was able to open the garage and have it ventilated, so I was kind of in a hurry to get this done. Once the top part was dry, and I only did one coat, and then I pulled some of it off with a clean towel afterwards. And you can see I went in one direction because I was in a hurry, and then I messed that up a little bit, and then I went in the other direction. So really, I'm going in the direction I should be going now. Also, there was a sticker on the back, and I did use Goo Gone to get off most of the glue, but I could see that there was still a spot there. It doesn't really matter. This part is going to be up against the wall anyway, but I did want it to have a finished look. So now we're just going to take some painter's tape, and I'm going to line it up with the edges there so I can paint on the inside. I have this Fusion Mineral paint in the color Chateau. If you saw my Antique Mall shop with me, and my Dark Academia tray, you know that I bought this there at that time. This is an all-in-one paint. It's a base, a paint, and a top coat all in one. I'm really liking it. I have another color too that I use, and this is the second one I've purchased. So I'm just painting around the edges here. I want to make these light. And then after I get done painting the edges, I'm going to go ahead and paint the surface of the piece. So again, I was in a little bit of a hurry and I started painting. One thing you want to make sure you don't forget to do is you want to make sure you wipe your piece off before you start painting. I forgot to do that, so I had to go back in here and wipe off there was some dust and some other particles on it. I probably should mention this. I haven't mentioned this before, but part of the reason you haven't seen as many videos from me lately is because I did go back to work. After 20-something years of not working, I decided it was time to go back to work. So I am working a job while I'm doing this also, but I still enjoy making videos. And even though I'm not making as many videos as I was before, I hope that you're enjoying the videos that I am making for you. After we let that dry, we're going to go in and paint a second coat. So this has two coats on it. So here it is in the daylight. Get it to focus. So my paint job is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So it's going to be between either the butterflies here, or I was thinking the flowers. Maybe the flowers, I don't know. I feel like the flowers might be smaller, not large enough, because this is a pretty big piece. This, like I said, this came from Hobby Lobby. This is in the spring section, and I stained it and painted it. So I'm thinking these are gonna be best to use on here. But then I was also thinking about the root vegetables here and the cabbages, because if I want to hang it in my kitchen. So let's see. I don't know. Now I'm confused. I still don't think these are large enough. I actually think there's more larger pieces here with the butterflies that would go better on this large of a piece. They have a smaller one too there. I should probably get the smaller one, and maybe I would do the vegetables on that one. So I'm going to be using my transfers. If you saw my other DIY video, you know I've used some of these already. This is illustrations from an iconic French encyclopedia. This is from Iron Orchid Designs. I will link Iron Orchid Designs below, but they actually use independent shops to sell their merchandise. So I'll also link a shop where you can find these transfers if you're interested in them. So each of these has a little, it has the name of the butterfly underneath it. So I'm putting the butterfly picture, illustration, and also the name with it on this picture. One thing that you want to look out for with these transfers is to make sure that you really have those edges pressed down very well. I went over these a few times just to make sure, and as I was pulling up the paper backing there, if I saw I was pulling up the picture, I just put it back down again quickly and used my depressor there a little bit longer. So you can see I've cut out several of them that I want to use here, and I'm just trying to figure out the way that I want them. I am going to show you a picture that's somewhat of my inspiration here. So I found this online, and I'm not going to do it exactly like this, but I'm going to use this somewhat as a guide for myself.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
Just checking my inspiration picture again and doing some readjusting.
The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you,
Occasionally, I found it was easier to use my thumb around the edges of the butterflies and just kind of press down real hard to make sure that I had all of the edges pressed down enough so that when I lifted the transfer paper, that the edges would stay down.
And I've come out here to say.
Okay, so here is how it's looking so far, and I finished putting the other pieces on off camera, And then I cut up some smaller ones, so let's see where we can place these.
August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
So I'm going to show you the whole thing finished in just a second, but I wanted to show you the individual transfer pieces, and you see how the names are underneath them, or in some cases it's above them. I just thought I would give you a quick overview of all of the transfers close up here. And here's how it's looking when it's all done. I do want to put a hook on the back so that I can hang it. I haven't done that yet. Hopefully I won't have trouble with that. But here's the finished product. Let me know what you think and if you like these transfers. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, I definitely appreciate it. And here's a couple more videos for you in case you're interested, and I will see you in the next video.